And welcome to Dinos. I'm Shaun and I'm still playing Metroid Zero Mission for the first time. We're now at Thorian, so God knows what we're going to do while talking about the other two games in the series. I'll go mop up some power-ups or something, but yeah, we're about to be introduced. Well, there in fact it is. The titular Metroid for which the series is named. And yeah, we're in the last area. We're going to go fight Mother Brain and have a little chat about Super Metroid, the SNES classic. Yeah, so as I've said before, I don't know why I never had this when I was a kid on the SNES. I don't know why I never ordered it. I was probably like, my SNES collection is a random collection of obviously the core Mario games, of course. But like a lot of licensed games, Turtles, Batman games, stuff like that. And then just sitting out in the middle of them, a couple of things like Plock. Fuck, I love Plock. I might do a video on it one day. But we're here to talk about Super Metroid. So without further ado, I'm going to launch into this with a shocking announcement. Like a shocking and surprising opinion that may piss you off immediately, because I'm going to say that Super Metroid is not perfect. The wall jump is a bit awkward. Other than that, the game is fucking flawless. You know it, I know it. Super Metroid is an absolute goddamn masterpiece and one of the greatest games ever made. It feels like you could say this to Mario World and the earlier Mario games as well. Like, it finally is the game they wanted the original to be. Like, the final evolution of what this could be made into. And you finally realise all this potential to a point that even with the newer game, Metroid Dread, 25 years later, it's still like, yeah, there are some things that have changed this, that and the other way, but much in the way that Metroid to Super Metroid is, it's kind of a new coat of paint and being able to realize things that you just didn't have the power or the capability to do on the previous system. But Super Metroid perfected the formula to the fact that even the 3D ones are Super Metroid. They're just in a different from a different viewpoint. This game is unbelievable, and everyone should play it, everyone should complete it, and then everyone should go back and complete the damn thing again, because it is incredible. This is probably going to be shorter than some of my other reviews, because the other ones I can talk about things I like and dislike of that. With Super Metroid, I just like all of it. It's unbelievable. So basically, yeah, everything I said about Metroid is still here. Only Super Metroid is a lot easier to navigate, starting with the map, but also because the cartridge is larger, you can hold more textures and use more colors. So while, yeah, everything still looks like a cohesive world, but you could actually make things look similar while very much different enough that you'd realize you were in a very different area. So yeah, we might as well start with the story, and much like Metroid, it's relatively simple. It's mostly told through actually playing the game, but there is a bit of there's like there's almost like a playable cutscene at the start that gives you most of the context of everything. So after Metroid 2, which seemingly sets up the wonderful new dynamic that Samus is going to run around with a tiny baby Metroid as her aide, she goes straight to, like, the Galactic Federation is just like, yo guys, do you want this thing? I don't know, maybe you could do some good with it, but I don't want this thing swinging around me. So so she gives that over and they start experimenting on it. Shortly thereafter, Samus picks up a distress call and is immediately called back to investigate, finding absolutely everyone dead, and Ridley has rocked up and stolen the Metroid. Because Ridley is freaking awesome. You have a little fight that you can't win, or I don't believe you can win, but yeah, he flies off with the capsule. And of course, even though this is the intro to a Metroid game, it's still got the Metroid start going, and the whole lab starts to explode, and you have to run out and fly away before the station explodes. So you chase Samus chases Ridley over back to Zebes, whatever, the space pirate base that was from the original game, and goes off to hunt for Ridley and to take back the baby Metroid. So shortly into your game, you know, it will guide you as it always does. You find a room with an ominous giant statue, and once you're more aware of it, you can tell what it is, but at first maybe not so much. But it's basically got the 4 big bosses for the game, and there are actually a bunch of other bosses as well, but it's actually got the 4 big bosses that you need to kill. Much like in this game, you saw I had to defeat Kraid and then Ridley, and it opened the 2 mouths, and that gave access to the area we're now in. Well, this opens the whole new final area of the game. Again, very similar to the first game. I mean, you could probably, as much as anything, you could almost say that Super Metroid is a remake of the original Metroid to a degree. You know, same planet, same kind of areas and stuff, only everything is dialed up to 11. But you know, I think it more than stands up as a sequel as much as a remake, especially by the time you get to the end. Just on those bosses we were previously mentioning, there is one very, very specific one that I want to highlight before we go any further. A little dude called Crocomile, which is the scariest fucking thing I think is in any SNES game. So while you're walking around, blah blah blah, Samus falls into a pit with this huge, like, mutant crocodile thing with a giant clawing arm that starts moving towards her, like screeching, and basically pushing you back and back and back. And you realise, much like with Kraid, you can only hit it by firing into its mouth, preferably rockets. You need to keep doing this because he will push you back and back and back, and at the far wall is a load of spikes and he will crush you against them. However, if you do this enough times to him, he'll fall into the lava at the other end and scream horrifyingly as its flesh melts off and it kind of bubbles back up to the surface, and then you go back to the wall where the spikes were that you were gonna, or whatever, where you're gonna be killed, and fucking it's just skeleton leaps through the wall screeching again one final time, and it's fucking terrifying. It's so awesome. Other than that, your old friends are back. The Kraid fight is very similar to how it was in this game, in Zero Mission that we're playing here. Same with Ridley. So you know, they're massively ramped up from what they were originally. And there's Dragon, who is like this big, weird kind of leechy thing. It flies around the screen, shooting off its like babies or whatever to try and drag you. That's a cool one. Round the side of its area, you can actually slam it into these like big electrical like these big things that electrocute it. And there's Phantom, who's like a weird kind of ghost thing. It honestly, those two are far less interesting than here we go, Mother Brain. Let's see if we can let's see if we can get out of this lava, and then let's see if we can do this first time, because I've fought this battle before. This is this is a very interesting fight. Like, it's so cool that it's basically just bullet, kind of a bit bullet helly. Ah, crap, a bit bullet helly, and also like how often is a boss a static target these days? Like even in the SNES days. I absolutely love this, but yeah. Speaking of Mother Brain, she of course is the last enemy again in Super Metroid. Actually, funnily enough, when you find the statue with the 4 bosses on in Super Metroid, not 100% sure we're going to do this first time, guys. Yeah, you go through the chamber where you kill Mother Brain in the original Metroid, and then she has a similar chamber at the end of Super Metroid. But so you go through the same battle again, but after that she like Mother Brain attaches itself to this crap. Sorry, that was pure overconfidence. I've got to be honest with you. I thought I had that absolutely nailed. Turns out I didn't. We'll try it. It's the end of the game. You can brute force the end of the game, you know. After this, I'm sure all I've got to do is escape the exploding building, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We'll have another crack. Sorry. I'm also doing this while reading bullet points about, you know, Super Metroid, so it's a skill, isn't it? It's a skill some of you might say I don't have, but I'm trying. Back in the lava again. We started this with the biggest problem being lava, and we're ending this with the biggest problem being lava. Back to Super Metroid, sorry. So yeah, so you have the similar fight to the end of the first game, only it's a little more condensed. It's actually far more interesting in this than it was in the original, in Zero Mission here than it was in the original game, and probably more so than Super Metroid. But when you defeat the glass jar brain thing, she attaches herself to this giant, like, it kind of, I think it looks like a hybrid humanoid / dinosaur robot body. It kind of looks like, oh, it's got a little bit of like the Queen Metroid kind of touches in there. It looks super cool and awesome anyway. And then the real fight begins, because basically she is ridiculously overpowered. She's got a load of attacks. It's a really, really cool fight. And you get her down, and you get her down, and you get her down, and then she uses this insane laser attack, which basically wipes out almost all of Samus's health. Like, there's nothing you can do it. And suddenly, however, then like a giant Metroid that you'd seen earlier in the game appears and attacks Mother Brain, drawing her energy. Mother Brain collapses, and the other Metroid, who you of course should by this point should realise is the baby that you saved at the end of Metroid 2 that they abducted, it comes back onto Samus and feeds her all of this stolen energy. So Samus becomes fucking super powered. Mother Brain recovers from her attack and begins firing on the Metroid, weakening it until it leaves Samus, and then she kills it. Heartbreaking. That's like a 2-game arc. Heartbreaking. But Samus is now insanely superpowered, so she... oh, fuck. No, we're right. We're not going to die. Samus is now insanely superpowered, wipes out Mother Brain. Obviously, the place starts to explode again. You have to run out and escape. It's super awesome. There's actually like a little... earlier in the game, when you get the shine spark to jump upwards... Fuck! I'm sorry. I thought I'd get that on the second try. Alright, we'll try it again, but I'll be a bit more cautious. I'm sorry. So yeah, so we so earlier in the game when you get the shine spark, there's an animal that does it and shows you how to do it. So it runs along, gets faster, ducks down, and then jumps straight up. And there are some other animals, like some little monkey dudes, that do the wall jump, show you how to do that. And there's like a hidden room on the way out of the final, after you defeat Mother Brain, when the whole place is exploding. And if you blow up the wall to release them, they actually go off on a separate ship while Samus goes off and saves herself, which is a super cool little touch. A really like unnecessary but groovy little Easter egg for someone who's maybe played it 5 or 6 times and then can stumble across this, and yeah, that's just a cool little thing. As to the, so it's a new Metroid game, so there's obviously going to be a bunch of new weapons. This time you've got, yeah, there's like a grappling hook this time, which allows you to kind of swing from the ceiling and stuff, and help you progress to new places. There's the X-ray scope, which lets you see invisible items. Spring Ball's back. A lot of the stuff is back from previous ones. Hyper Beam is what her final. There you go. And now for the run, the final dash out of this place. So let's hope we don't die. This is going to be. Oh, okay. They disappear this time. That's fine. That's fine. We can do this. Yeah, do you see that lovely little wall jump there? That's not that easy in Super Metroid. Sorry. I can't really look at my notes and... No! Can't look at my notes and do this at the same time. Sorry, so... Yeah. Okay. Fuck! I won't be looking for any hidden little extra rooms. Damn it! If I've got to go do that Mother Brain fight again, I apologise. Oh, no, I see the end. No! We're out! Okay, awesome. Oh, we're not out. Okay. Never mind. Oh, here we go. We're good. Sorry, I was a bit concerned I weren't going to make that. So yeah, look, this one almost does itself, because we all know that. Lovely. I must have done alright on the artifacts. Oh, I thought I was getting the Samus is a girl reveal, because I did quite well at thing. Here we go. We're away. That's nice. There's a couple of cool little cutscenes in this that... Why, is this setting up Metroid 2? Oh no, we got away. It's fine. Gratuitous ass shot. Nice. Okay. Yes, I guess they're linking this to the second game. So this really looks like there's more game. Alright, so this isn't in Metroid. This is... Well, I guess there's more of this to play, so... Yeah, let's play till we find a save room then. Yeah, really not sure as to what all this is. So let's wrap up Super Metroid, which is quite handy because I was just going to kind of put up a save room thing and talk over that. So let's wrap up Super Metroid, and then I guess we'll be playing this next time, and I'll have to try not to be too distracted while we discuss the other couple of games. So yeah, you don't need me to tell you Super Metroid is one of the greatest games ever made. Everyone knows that. It's a freaking masterpiece. I wish I'd had it as a kid, but mostly because then I'd still have the lovely big boxed edition. I've got a lot of my old SNES games still kicking around. They're still all boxed and that. And I do plan to buy a copy of Super Metroid just to have it. But, you know, the thing is an absolute masterpiece. It handles incredibly. It still looks incredible. It still sounds incredible. Gave me my favourite piece of music in the entire Metroid soundtrack, which is it Torvus? Or the Torvus Bog? That's I've got that on my phone, so yeah, it's an absolutely it's an absolute masterpiece. Go play. If you've not played Super Metroid before, go play it. There's literally no reason not to. Oh fuck, am I meant to be going? See, this is what happens when a game actually tells you where you're meant to be going for most of it. Ah! Here we go. Suddenly lost as to what to do. Ooh. I would say it looks a little bit like the eyes from the... There's like mother brain things in Metroid Dread, but obviously this was a long, long way away from when Metroid Dread happened. Okay, we've got ourselves a little map. Ah, there we go. Well, I've got to be honest, that was weird, and it has thrown me a bit, because like there's a whole other chunk of game that I didn't know existed. Like I said in the first part, I played this because I was looking at Nintendo Capri Sun's thumbnails and saw he'd got like a picture of an enemy I didn't fight, so I was kind of like, I don't know, I'll play this because it's going to have new stuff. I didn't expect it to have a whole kind of final chapter that's not in the original game. Samus running around without her power suit. I'm very much guessing that when we have to fight a space pirate, we're not going to be as durable as we were with the Varia suit. So join me next time. We will be talking about Metroid Fusion, which I believe is in contention for the best Metroid game as well. Depending how long this takes, I might cram Metroid Dread in there, or we'll just... I don't know if I can go back from this... Well, I'm guessing I can't go back to the original chunk of the game from this point, so if I need more videos on it, I will load an earlier save. So, yeah, anyway, I'm babbling because I'm a bit confused and a bit blown away by the awesomeness of having more of this fantastic game to play. Join me next time, where we'll be talking more about Metroid. I love Metroid. Metroid.